Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Ugh, Jesus Louise.
So in the main show, we talked about Aliens there, Phil.
We did.
Would you show Finn Die Hard? Or is it because it's like an alien thing, it was okay to...
Well, you know what?
Aliens.
This was actually a conversation
Mm-hmm.
that Dana and I had yesterday, because we were trying to think of, like, 'cause obviously this Halloween is not the best,
No.
and certainly
And that's an
very
understatement.
it's a very disappointing Halloween for kids. So we wanted to do
Yeah.
something kind of special for Finn.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought, well, you know, he's been bugging us to watch like a scary movie, but and like we even pointed out, we were like, oh, do you want to watch? We brought up Beetlejuice. Would you like, you know, we could watch Beetlejuice, or like the Addams Family movie, you know, something like that. And he didn't want, like, you know, like a because like both of those, they're comedies, they're kind of scary
Sure.
comedies. And he, you know, we explained that to him, and he was like, no, I want an actual scary movie. And we're like,
a real scary
movie. And we're just like,
So
okay,
like,
well, you
right,
know,
Faces of Death 5.
here you go. Well, if you don't watch them in order, it doesn't make sense. But he wanted something legit, kind of scary. And we were toying around, and like I said, he'd been bugging us for years to watch Aliens, and we'd been, no, you are not old enough. And then Dana actually considered, and again, you brought this up earlier, Frighteners. She was like, oh,
that's R-rated too.
Oh, I know it is.
Yeah.
I know it is. But you know, it also, I mean, and my thing initially was like, yeah, because you know, it starts off pretty lighthearted.
Yeah,
you know, because it's kind of jokey. The premise is jokey, but yeah, it gets dark. Like halfway through that movie, it's like a 180 tone shift, and it gets really creepy and really kind of disturbing. But
it's not necessarily bloody. I don't think there's any profanity in it, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, I'm sure there's some swearing.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think it's heavy. I'm sure Aliens
is heavier
with its space marines.
Yeah,
you know. But we were talking about it, Dana and I, and we came to the conclusion that yes, perhaps.
Oh, there's a cat that wants to get out.
Her out in a second. Let me let the cat out real quick.
Okay. I should have mentioned that Charlotte got big into Hocus Pocus.
Oh, really?
Before we watched Beetlejuice. Yeah, she watched Hocus Pocus like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, really?
We watched it on the night before Halloween.
Yeah.
Nice.
My oldest was the only kid here, and she's really big in Hocus Pocus. So
you hear they're making a sequel, right?
I did not know that.
Are they really?
Okay. Bette Midler actually announced that they're doing a legit sequel with, like, you know, Kathy Najimy and Sarah Jessica Parker.
That's cool.
And obviously Bette Midler. But we were Dana and I were discussing, you know, do we do Aliens? Do we do Frighteners? And we eventually landed on, even though Frighteners is probably less graphic in its kind of gore and disturbing, or, you know, violency type stuff. Yeah. And certainly not as bad with the language. Aliens remains obviously non-existent sci-fi monsters.
That's a good point.
Whereas Jake Busey murdering people and carving numbers into their foreheads is,
it's on the line.
It's
more and more too close to reality.
Yeah, well, that's a thing that can happen. You know, the odds of alien acid blood monsters jumping out of walls, not as much, but yeah,
rising by the day.
Okay.
I mean,
okay. Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
How
chances
often
are getting better?
How often do you run into Jake Busey when you're out and about? Frequently.
Never.
I mean, he's
chances
always
are still higher, though.
I mean, I think I would enjoy my day more if that were the case. Quite frankly.
But yeah, that was the discussion we had.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
So you landed
and again, you know,
but Die Hard being a Christmas movie.
Whatever, man. Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Gremlins is a great Christmas movie.
Yeah, Gremlin.
All right, let's do this thing.
All right.
Yeah.
We've got a Jeopardy game here from Zach Miller, hacker alias Z Miller 1902, who says, "Hey guys, taking a break from Nintendo Air. Sorry, not Nintendo Ear. That's weird. Nintendo Air. There, I got it.
Got it. Is
taking a break from Nintendo Air. Here's a Jeopardy game.
Okay.
I noted that with most quizzes people send in, including me, the answers tend to be game titles or accessory titles. I wanted to challenge myself to come up with something different. So you'll only find one question where the answer is a video game title, and for good reason. This will test your knowledge of failed video game consoles, a spectacular game console graveyard quiz for Halloween. Of course, a week after Halloween, but that's okay. Or
a day after, CJ.
Day after.
Although, boy, the real terror is getting together with your family for Thanksgiving. Am I right, folks?
True. Hope you enjoy it.
Good thing the election's before Thanksgiving.
And I hope I
should
didn't
make it even more
any
fun.
Careless errors. Lol. All right.
Okay.
Let me share my screen, my video screen with you so that we can get to it. There we are. Should be able to see it. The game console graveyard. We need a team name. First of all.
I don't know.
Failed video game. How about the Nuance?
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Oh, like you know what? No, NEW dash the ONS. We're like
NEW.
Yeah, because like NEW.
Oh, the
NEW.
Like new. Just NEW at all.
The Nuance.
The Nuance, because there was a new one already, but we
are the new.
We're the new ons.
All right. The categories are: alas, poor Dreamcast. I knew it well.
Okay. First of all.
Oh God, Phil! I really want to get through this before it's too late.
The actual Shakespeare quote is, "Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio." He is addressing Horatio. He is not saying that he knew him well.
Okay.
Get the quote right. Don't disrespect the bard on my show. Good day.
Second category, on its 9th life.
And that one's fine.
Yeah, next category. That's not my name.
Oh.
Next one, seeing red. And the last category, it's a bold strategy, Cotton.
That's a reference.
That is a reference
to
a movie that I've never seen.
Dodgeball, right?
Yes.
A movie CJ should see.
I've never seen it either.
Oh, you guys should see it. It's a fun movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So we go in the usual order.
What is the usual order?
Is it the order of what you've been playing?
Yes. So Phil first.
I'm first. Okay.
Yeah. CJ and then you.
Right. Okay.
Great. Bringing up the rear.
Just the way we like it. Let's start off with 100 on Alas, Poor Dreamcast. I knew it, Horatio. The Dreamcast was a fantastic system, but consumers were starstruck by the rumors and pre-release hype for this not even released competitor, leaving the poor Dreamcast in the lurch.
PlayStation 2.
Was not even released competitor.
Not
pre-release hype. Oh, not even
pre-release hype for this not even released competitor. So was everyone all hyped up about PS2?
Well, they were, but
it came out.
That this is supposed to be something that didn't come out.
Well, it didn't say that. It's about failed systems, and the Dreamcast. I'm sorry, Greg, is the failed system in this category. Well, because you're Johnny Sega. Oh yeah, look at Greg sneering and rolling his eyes, and then he shifts his body slightly, and there's a giant glowing blue monolith of Sega right behind him.
It's all Genesis hardware.
Yeah, exactly.
Pre-release hype for this not even released competitor.
I still think it's PlayStation 2.
I have a feeling it's PS2.
Really?
Well, what do you think it is, Johnny? Really?
I don't know.
I believe in this category. Yeah, the Dreamcast is a failed thing.
Okay.
Because it's like, what are we going to say? Ooh, everyone was hyped up about
Sure.
Project X.
My God, we're going to be here for 3 hours.
All right. You're saying PS2?
Yes.
Why not?
PS2 is
Thank
apparently right.
That was
You're
a
welcome.
long road to an easy answer.
Okay.
We're at 100
CJ's the one who
points.
took us down this path.
I know.
That's
My
true.
dude.
I'm going to go with It's a Bold Strategy, Cotton, for 100. Not wanting to compete with video games consoles, Philips initially pushed software focusing on music, self-improvement, museum tours, and encyclopedia, a genre that's come to be known as this. It's got to be edutainment.
Edutainment. Yeah.
What is edutainment is our answer, and that is correct.
Yeah.
We're at 200. I'm going to go, that's not my name for 100. This console, technically the first of the 16-bit era, was rebranded for the North American market and delayed due to a redesign, which wound up pitting it directly against the Super Nintendo and Genesis. It did not fare well. That would be the
PC Engine.
PC
right?
Engine?
PC Engine, yeah.
Yep.
TurboGrafx.
Rebranded. Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
PC
Correct.
Engine /
We're 300
TurboGrafx
points.
16.
300 points.
Okay. I'm guessing. I'm going to say on its 9th life for 100. I'm guessing these are going to be Atari-centric questions.
Oh, Jaguar.
Possible. Because they're, cat stuff. Yeah, well, there you go. Once this toy company acquired all of Atari's properties, the Jaguar patents were released into the public domain, and it became an open platform.
Hasbro.
What? That's not true, right? Are you just...
Toy company acquiring.
Do you know that, or are you just naming a toy company?
No, I think it was Hasbro.
Was it really?
Mhm.
Hasbro?
I thought, I don't know. Maybe
Is it?
that's the best answer we have.
I've not heard of this.
I've not heard of this either.
I have no idea. I would think, given my affinity towards Hasbro products, that I would have known about this if that were the case.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not saying you're
No,
incorrect.
I'm trying to remember why. There was something about Atari games coming out under the Hasbro Interactive label.
Oh, really?
During the PlayStation era.
That could be it.
Oh, that's interesting.
That could be it then.
This is an interesting angle. I think you
Okay.
might be right.
Okay.
Let's say Hasbro.
Let's say Hasbro. There it
What
is.
Hasbro or
That's
Hasbro
absolutely right.
Interactive. Wow.
I'll tell you what, if I want to play a Hasbro video game, though, I'm going to bust out my Transformers Generation
Jesus
2
Christ.
Tiger Electronics game right here,
We're at 400 points.
which is better than the recent Switch game.
There you go.
CJ, you.
I'm gonna go with Seeing Red for 100. Got to be Virtual Boy, right?
Yeah.
In North America, Nintendo famously partnered with this company to push Virtual Boy rentals, since it was impossible to show 3D graphics on 2D advertisements. In fact, the strategy was a major factor in the Virtual Boy's collapse. That has to be Blockbuster.
Blockbuster Video.
What
That's
is
where-
Blockbuster Video?
That's where I bought my rental Virtual
I really
Boy
wish
system.
I jumped on that.
I tried it out at the kiosk at the Blockbuster store, but never actually rented it.
Yeah.
We were
And then I
at
bought
500.
one at Target, but it was super cheap.
Yeah. I bought a rental unit from them. And they explained to me that it was
never been
actually
used.
new because nobody actually rented it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Let's do a last poor Dreamcast. I knew it well for 200. This man, Sega of America's senior VP of marketing, came up with the intriguing It's Thinking campaign for the Dreamcast stellar launch.
who was that?
Oh. Would it be Peter Moore?
Was it Peter Moore? Was he there at that? I lose track of these
I
shuffling.
think he was there at
I
this.
think it
exact-
was Peter Moore.
Peter
So
Moore.
he left right when it came out, right before it launched, I think.
Okay.
I think it was Peter Moore.
He didn't leave right after the launch.
I thought he left right before launch.
No.
Okay.
Well, it was pretty well after.
Okay.
I thought, but let's say Peter Moore.
Peter Moore. Look at that.
700 points.
Boom.
Okay. That's not my name for 200. In an effort to relaunch the system in America in 1992, this enhanced version of the TurboGrafx 16 was released. Although it included a CD-ROM add-on, it met the same fate as its predecessor, and for the same reasons. That's the Turbo Duo. Correct?
Right. Turbo Duo is correct.
Too bad. It was a great system.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
900 points.
Yeah.
All right, let's do Seeing Red for 2. Reflection Technology Inc. developed a stereoscopic head tracking device called the Private Eye in 1985, and demoed it to several big names, including Mattel, Hasbro, and this video game company in the early 90s who turned it down due to the single color display and motion sickness concerns.
I'm going to guess Sega.
I'm going to guess that. I would guess that too.
Why not?
What is Sega?
Look
Is
at that.
correct.
There it is.
And they did have a VR headset that was color.
Oh, yeah, that's
but
right.
They also didn't release it because people also got sick playing it.
Yep. The vomit. There's an actual term that includes the word vomit when it comes to
really?
Yeah.
VR. We're at 1,100 points, and I am going to go on its 9th life for 200. This Jaguar add-on, despite coming with 2 games, failed to save the flagging system, perhaps because it was launched in 1995 after the system stopped selling. And that would be the Jaguar CD drive.
Yeah, CD-ROM, yeah.
Yeah.
Jaguar
Jaguar
CD.
CD.
Which also, I think, I want to check this, but I think a lot of them didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they
just
are
didn't work.
They're notoriously prone to breakage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got one. It's never ever turned. It's never ever spun a disc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
We're at 1,300 points.
Who's up? Is it
You?
Is it me? Okay. Let's do Bold Strategy Cotton for 2. Development of the Compact Disc Interactive began in 1984, and both Philips and this electronics powerhouse announced their success with the format at a 1986 Microsoft conference in Seattle.
I think that's Sony.
Was it?
I think so.
It sounds about right.
Okay. I'll go with that. What
There
is
it is.
Sony is right.
Look at this.
Wow.
1,500 points.
All right. I'm going to do on its 9th life for 3. The Atari Jaguar is the successor to this canceled Atari console with a similar name.
Oh,
Ooh.
what's this?
Yeah.
Because they were doing the big cat names, right?
Yeah. So we had
So
the
there
links.
was the Lynx.
the
Was it-
Jaguar,
It wasn't the Bobcat, was it?
It might have been.
Bobcat. That
I
sounds
think.
right.
I think that's correct.
Let's say, what is Bobcat?
Yeah.
Panther.
Oh, Panther.
Right, Panther.
That's right.
Damn. I knew
Damn
that.
it.
Yeah,
That's
let's
1,200.
give it to ourselves. We knew it.
Is it my turn? It's my turn.
Yes.
Yes.
That's not my name for 300. This Japanese redesign of the PC Engine was released in 1989 and a second version in 1991 and included a revised CPU, AV port, and a different color scheme.
Yeah.
Is that it's not the Super Graphics, is it?
Is it the Super Graphics?
There wasn't a second version of that.
I mean,
1989, though. The Super Graphics wasn't 89.
Yeah, that was later.
It was later.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe the Core Graphics,
Oh, yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
because it was gray.
Yeah, let's say Core Graphics.
Oh, it is the Core
Graphics.
Graphics.
Nice job.
There we go.
I love the Core Graphics. That's
Back
my
up
favorite
1,500 points.
version of the PC Engine.
Oh,
There's some
man.
really cool. I love the industrial design of most of those PC Engine.
Yeah.
Some of them are so weird, like the shuttle
The shuttle graphics.
Oh,
graphics. It just looks like a spaceship.
That's great.
Oh, man. Is it me?
Yeah.
Okay, Seeing Red for 3. The VB's lone expansion port was intended to support this, which would factor into games like Waterworld and Faceball, but it was never released, so that mode was removed in Waterworld, and Faceball was canceled. Well, that's the LINK cable, the Virtual Boy Link cable.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm assuming is the name of it.
yeah.
Multiplayer
Look
link
at that.
cable.
There it is.
Nice job.
Yep.
1,800 points.
All right, let's do bold strategy cotton for 300. Nintendo probably regrets their decision to let Philips use Legend of Zelda characters in these 3 infamous CDI games after negotiations about building the Super Nintendo CD add-on fell apart.
What are they?
So-
Wand of Gamelon.
Legends of Zelda, Wand of Gamelon, Faces of Evil, and then Zelda's Adventure.
That sounds
I think
right.
I think it's Faces of Evil. It's definitely Wand of Gamelon. It's definitely Zelda's Adventure. I think Faces of Evil.
I always forget there are 3 of them.
Yeah, because
Yep, you got it.
Faces of Evil, Zelda's, because Faces of Evil and Wand of Gamelon are the 2 kind of cartoony ones that have like that crappy animated cutscenes.
Yeah.
And then Zelda's Adventure is the one with like full motion video and kind of like photorealistic graphics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at 2,100 points. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Yes.
Alas, poor Dreamcast. I knew it well for 300. Sega launched the successor to Heat.net for the Dreamcast in September 2000, but it was discontinued less than 11 months later, although Phantasy Star survived the axe. That was SegaNet, wasn't it?
I think it was.
So.
Yeah.
SegaNet.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is.
2,400 points.
Yep. On its 9th life for 4. In 1997, the Jaguars cartridge and console molds were purchased by Mike Kennedy in an effort to crowdfund this new game console with Coleco. It failed. Either name is acceptable.
What was the name of that thing?
Oh man, what's
It's a
not the
disaster.
not the dentist
They
equipment?
didn't just call it the ColecoVision,
No.
did they?
They might have.
No.
Didn't they?
No.
I don't remember what it was called.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember it either.
You want to just say ColecoVision?
Say
and
ColecoVision
hope-
in case we're right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Retro
Chameleon.
VGS, Coleco Chameleon.
Coleco Chameleon.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh
And
well.
Back down to 2,000. Did you take our points away from us?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
CJ's turn, right?
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Dude, that's not my name for 400. This prominent hip hop artist's 8th solo album was initially announced to be titled TurboGrafx 16, but was later changed to and released as Yay. That's
CJ's old friend.
CJ's old friend,
my
Kanye
old friend,
West.
Kanye West.
Yep.
Yeah. Who is Kanye West is right. There it is.
So you were
400 points.
you were friends with Kanye before the TurboGrafx was released, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, boy,
Early 80s.
you two could have
early 80s.
bonded
It's
over
true.
the
True.
TurboGrafx, man.
We could have.
Man, Okay.
Let's do a bold strategy, Cotton, for 400. One of the CDI's downfalls was the development by Microsoft of this similar but competing format, echoing the rivalry between Betamax and VHS. CDI's down with development of this similar but competing format. I don't know.
it's not video CD, is it?
Could be. Video CD, no, but that was video CD.
That was just for movies, though, right?
Yeah, and that was like an electronics
Yeah.
company. That wasn't
Okay.
like that was like I want to say was it Philips as well?
Oh, was that also? Oh, yeah, that might have been Philips as well.
CDs.
Yeah.
No,
my
it was like
God.
specifically interactive multimedia.
Well, that's what CDI was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think of a Microsoft format.
No idea.
Boy, I do
I
not
should know this, but I don't. Nope. I got nothing.
No idea. No idea.
Me neither. What is
Oh,
CD-ROM?
Really?
Okay.
Microsoft made CD-ROM, huh?
I guess, yeah, CDI is a lot older than we remember, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
I
Interesting.
Yeah, I had
All
no
right, we're
idea.
down to 2,000 again. This is getting close, guys.
Yeah. We have how many points left on the board?
25, 29, 33.
Yeah. Oof. We gotta scrape this
Gotta
together.
step it up. Yeah.
Is it me now?
Yes.
Last poor Dreamcast for 4. Sega cut the price of the Dreamcast several times, and you'd have been a fool not to grab one for this amount. The lowest Sega was officially willing to go at the end. How low did it go?
Was it
Did it
$100?
drop down? Did it drop down to 99?
$99?
I'm probably safe going with 99.
Sure.
Let's say 99.
Yeah.
49.95. What? Is that right?
$50? The Dreamcast was
Holy
$50 at the end. Jeez.
$50?
We're down to 1,600 points.
Oh, we're gonna
We
lose this
are.
one. This got hard all of a sudden.
That's what she
But-
said.
All right, there we go.
All right.
What do you mean?
CJ's talking about his penis.
He does not understand.
Explain it like you would a child.
Let's do Seeing Red for 400.
Yeah.
Nintendo spent $5 million on a partnership with this major American television network to promote the Virtual Boy in commercials for shows like Mad About You and Caroline in the City.
What network were they on?
NBC.
NBC?
Yeah.
I'm counting
Really?
more on your
Getting
guys' pop culture.
Getting a lot of Mad About You references in this
Lots of
episode.
Paul Reiser happening.
All right.
That
has
was
to be
NBC, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I hear we're saying NBC.
NBC.
NBC. All right.
Caroline in the City. Was that the Leah Thompson
That was
show?
Leah Thompson.
It was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a cartoonist.
That's right. Yeah.
2,000 points with 2,500 points left on the board.
Ooh, make or break time, fellas.
Let's go on
Ooh.
its 9th life for 500. Claiming that the Jaguar's twin 32-bit processors resulted in a 64-bit system, Atari launched the ill-fated console in 1993 with this perhaps ingenuous slogan,
Do the math.
Do the math.
Do the math.
Do the
Just
math.
For 2,500 points, which means we
We
can't
won.
lose.
We won.
But can we
Let's
stay
see.
above 2,000 points?
Let's see
Yeah.
how high we can get. Let's go
Mhm.
with that's
It's a good party.
I was making a Donkey
Oh.
Kong reference from the
Me
old
too.
arcade. Yes.
Donkey Kong's a good
Don-
party.
Ain't no party like a Donkey Kong party.
Because the
'Cause the
Donkey Kong
Donkey
party
Kong
don't
parties-
stop.
It's got barrels.
That's true.
Let's do That's Not My Name for 5. After watching the Turbo self-destruct in North America, NEC canceled its European releases, although units had already been produced. NEC sold this stock to a few European distributors, among them the UK wing of this Texas-based video game company. That's Gearbox.
Probably
I don't
not.
think so. Trade West?
Texas-based game company.
Trade
It's a
West?
Texas
Trade
Trade
West.
West.
Really?
Trade West?
Are you being serious?
They are the only Texas-based video game company I could think of in the early 90s.
Gearbox is in Texas, though, right? I'm not making that
Yeah,
up.
but no, they're in
I
Texas.
mean,
but
I
they're
know,
not-
I know
exist in the
they were
90s.
obviously, yes, I know they're not, but I was just impressed. I remembered where Gearbox is, considering I don't give two poops about their games.
Texas-based game company.
Texas Instruments.
Oh, that might be too, I
They're
guess.
not a-
Texas
not a video-
Instruments
they're-
wasn't a
they're-
video game
They're
company.
a calculator company.
I mean, they made video game machines in the early 80s.
Did
Oh
they?
my god!
I mean, computer/video game
I really don't think
players.
that's the
I mean, I
answer.
could.
I don't
could
think Trade
program
West
some
is the
games
answer
on my
either.
old TI-80 calculator or whatever.
So is it Texas Instruments or is it Trade West?
I would between those two, I would lean Trade West because that's an actual video game company.
Right.
But I don't know.
I really don't know.
I Trade West is just as good as
Sure.
the other.
Trade West.
Telegames.
Telegames.
There was no way in hell we were getting
No.
that.
Didn't they end up
Telegames.
like
Wow.
crapping out a bunch of Jaguar stuff too?
I
They
think so.
did, and they also did Game Boy stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Wasn't there a Santa Claus game that they did?
Santa Claus Saves the Earth, I want to say is the name of that one.
Yeah,
For
Telegames.
GBA?
We're down to 2,000 points.
Yep.
Hmm.
Is it my turn? No,
It's
CJ's turn.
My turn. Let's do Scene Red for 5. The Virtual Boy uses an oscillating mirror to display parallax images, an awfully complicated way to create an anaglyphic 3D effect. I had to make sure I read that right. Perhaps
an anal what?
Exactly.
You're supposed to go to the doctor for anal glyphs.
Perhaps if one of the screens could display this color, the mirror would have been unnecessary.
That would be blue.
Right.
Because red and blue make a 3D effect.
Right.
But it would not be as good of a 3D effect because red and blue 3D is not that great.
So what is blue is the
what is blue?
What is blue slash cyan?
Look at Phil.
Phil.
Look at the big brain on Phil.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've seen 3D glasses. That's
that's how that works.
I went to 7-Eleven to get my 3D glasses when Son of Svengoolie was showing Creature from the Black Lagoon, so I know all about that old school 3D.
Yes. All right.
You're up, Greg.
We have 2,500 points. We're going to do It's a Bold Strategy Cotton for 500. The CDI hosted several game show games, including Jeopardy, Name That Tune, and an adult version of Joker's Wild, hosted by this man, best known for hosting What's This Song, Gambit, and High Rollers.
I don't know what any of those are. Are those game shows?
I remember hearing about Gambit and High Rollers, and I know Joker's Wild because I actually worked on a video game version of that recently. But
did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Is Joker's Wild still on?
Snoop Dogg is the host of Joker's
Oh,
Wild.
right.
Really?
Yes.
I used to watch Joker's Wild all the time when I was a kid.
And Card Sharks is back as well.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know if the new Snoop Dogg version is still running or not, but a couple of years ago it came back.
Joel McHale is hosting Card Sharks,
really?
I think.
Man, I used to watch so many game shows as a kid. Holy cow. I have no idea.
No, I don't know either.
Some
old game show host, but
adult version of Joker's hosted by this man. I mean, I'm assuming it's not whoever hosted Joker's Wild back in the day.
Yeah.
Chuck Woolery? That's an old
let's do it.
Chuck Woolery. Wink Martindale.
Martindale is the correct
the other old game show host. Wink Martindale.
All right, one more chance to stay above 2,000 points.
Close it off with the last poor Dreamcast. Reminiscing about the Dreamcast for Eurogamer in 2010, Dan Whitehead compared it to this American president, writing that its abbreviated lifespan, quote, may have sealed its reputation as one of the great consoles ever, and that, quote, nothing builds a cult like a tragic demise.
American
not Kennedy,
president.
Is it?
I would say it's probably Kennedy.
Kennedy?
Yeah, that seems right. Maybe James A. Garfield.
Does he have a cult following?
In 30 days?
He was also assassinated.
Okay.
That's William Henry Harrison, who died in 30 days.
There you go.
Yeah, James A. Garfield. James A. Garfield was assassinated and loved lasagna.
It's not. Well, that might be true.
He was assassinated on a Monday. If you can believe it.
Didn't.
I mean,
That
really,
must be true.
who doesn't like lasagna? Let's be real.
I haven't had lasagna in so. I want lasagna this week.
Lasagna is yummy.
Lasagna's good. Yeah.
Kennedy seems as good an answer as any. There
John
it is.
F. Kennedy.
JFK.
Correct answer. Wow.
I throw my full support behind the Dreamcast. Did you see that whale jump out of the water in Sonic Adventure?
Hey, by the way, just Phil, just so you know, September 19th, 1881 was a Monday.
Yes! Was that did Jim Davis hide
I wonder.
Oh, wow.
I wonder.
I want to say no, probably not.
Don't know.
I mean, obviously Garfield hates Mondays because Jim Davis wants to sell Garfield mugs to a bunch of office workers who hate going to work on Mondays Is this just a happy coincidence?
I wouldn't
boy.
call it
to
a
say?
happy coincidence.
Who's
No,
to
it's
say?
very. I mean, obviously not
James A.
for.
Garfield was assassinated.
Well, you know.
Alrighty. Thank you to Hacker Alias Z Miller 1902.
Yeah. What was our final
Miller.
score? We
2,500 points. We won.
Okay. So we got to 2,500 points, and then we were kind of bouncing up and down around there.
Yeah, pretty much.
We did it.
This
we
was a tough but fair quiz.
Agreed.
Tough but fair. So yeah, thank you for sending this one in. This was good. Good to talk about the Virtual Boy and the Jaguar.
And we learned about James A. Garfield's assassination.
We learned.
You get a little bit of
things.
everything.
Yeah.
Player One Podcast.
That's right. That's
It's a
right.
rich tapestry.
Patrons, thank you very much for your support as well. Hope you have been enjoying these after show quizzes. I know we have.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If you have an idea, dear listener, for a quiz that we can play on the after show, email that to player1podcast@gmail.com. That's all spelled out. player1podcast@gmail.com. And we'll do it on the show. Yeah, or we'll do a review game if we don't have those. But please send in your quizzes and ideas for stuff that we can do on the after show, because this is it's been fun.
Yay.
It's fun doing those every week.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you patrons for your support. Stay safe. Hope your friends, family, loved ones are all safe and well. Please wear a mask. Be kind. Rewind. And we will see you again.
Go vote.
Next week. Oh yeah.
You're
If
American.
you haven't voted already, which if you're listening to this on Tuesday, you don't have very much time left, really.
Oh crap! That's today.
Go and vote. Exercise your right. And we will see everybody next week.